What's up, everyone? It's Freya. We're diving deep into the world of AI chatbots today, and specifically two heavyweights going head-to-head, ChatGPT and Google Gemini. These aren't just some random chatbots, these are sophisticated AI systems designed to understand and respond to your requests in a human-like way. We'll break down the tech behind each one, see what they're best at, what their limitations are, and ultimately which one comes out on top. So stick around. Let's get into it. First up, we've got ChatGPT, developed by OpenAI. Now, this isn't OpenAI's first rodeo in the AI space. They're also the masterminds behind DALL-E, the AI image generator that took the internet by storm. ChatGPT is built on their GPT architecture, that's Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Essentially, it's been fed massive amounts of text data, allowing it to learn patterns, language nuances, and even some reasoning skills. Think of it like training a dog with thousands of treats. Eventually, it starts to understand commands and perform tricks. But instead of treats, ChatGPT feasts on data, and instead of tricks, it spits out human-quality text. So what's ChatGPT really good at? Well, conversations for one. It's designed to feel like you're chatting with an actual person, not just a robotic assistant. You can ask it to write you a poem, explain complex topics, or even draft emails, and it'll do it while maintaining a surprisingly natural flow. And because it's been trained on such a vast data set, its knowledge base is pretty extensive. Need a history lesson? ChatGPT's got you. Want to know the science behind black holes? It can explain that too. But one of the coolest things about ChatGPT is its customization. You can give it specific prompts to steer its responses in a particular direction. Now, ChatGPT isn't perfect. It has its quirks, just like any AI. One thing to watch out for is what's called hallucination. Basically, it might confidently present information that sounds plausible, but is actually incorrect or completely made up. It's like that friend who tells a great story but embellishes the details a bit too much. Another limitation is its struggle with maintaining context in longer conversations. You might have to remind it of previous points or rephrase things to keep it on track. And then there's the issue of bias. Since it learns from the data it's trained on, it can sometimes reflect the biases present in that data, which is something developers are constantly working to address. Chapter 4. Google Gemini, the search giant's contender. Next up, we've got Google Gemini, and as you might have guessed, it comes from the tech giant itself, Google. Now, Google's no stranger to AI. They've been integrating it into their products for years, but Gemini feels like their big push into this conversational AI space. It's designed not just to chat with you, but to enhance your overall search experience. Think of it like Google Search on steroids. But instead of just giving you links, it understands your queries on a deeper level and provides more comprehensive and conversational answers. Chapter 5. Google Gemini strengths, real-time info and Google integration. So what makes Google Gemini stand out? Well, its biggest strength is its access to real-time information. Unlike ChatGPT, which primarily relies on the data it was trained on, Gemini can tap into the vast knowledge base of Google Search, giving you the most up-to-date answers. It's like having a direct line to the most comprehensive encyclopedia ever created, constantly being updated. And speaking of Google, Gemini is deeply integrated with other Google services. Need directions? It can pull up Google Maps. Want to schedule an event? It can integrate with Google Calendar. It's all about that seamless Google ecosystem experience. Chapter 6. Google Gemini limitations, conversational fluidity, and personalization. However, Gemini is still relatively new, and it shows in some areas. While it excels at providing information, it might not be as fluid or engaging as ChatGPT in casual conversations. Think of it like that friend who's super knowledgeable but maybe a little awkward in social settings. And while Google is all about personalization, Gemini's personalization features are still under development. It's learning your preferences and habits, but it's not quite at the level of tailoring responses specifically to you just yet. Outro the verdict, which chatbot reigns supreme, so which chatbot comes out on top? Honestly, it's a tie, but a tie with conditions. ChatGPT is your go-to for creative tasks, natural conversations, and exploring its vast knowledge base. It's like that friend you can brainstorm ideas with, write poems with, or just chat with for hours. On the other hand, Google Gemini is your information hub, your search wizard, your gateway to the latest news and real-time data. It's like having a personal assistant who's always connected and ready to answer your questions. Ultimately, the best chatbot for you depends on what you're looking for.